Have you ever thought that a single moment could shatter the walls of normalcy in your life? This is the story of Emma, a 40-year-old woman whose seemingly mundane life took an unexpected turn. My name is Emma, and I am a stepmother. I never imagined that my life would spiral into such complexity. My husband, Daniel, is a hard-working man and a successful entrepreneur. He spends most of his time buried in his laptop or phone, leaving little room for us to connect. I appreciate his dedication, but the void in our relationship has grown larger over the years. Nights are quiet, cold, and devoid of the passion we once shared. Recently, that loneliness has become more unbearable. The house is often silent, except now, there's someone else living here. Ethan, my 25-year-old stepson. After finishing college, he moved back home. Ethan is confident, intelligent, and undeniably attractive. At first, I kept my distance, respecting the boundaries of our relationship. But as days turned into weeks, I couldn't ignore the unease and excitement I felt whenever he was near. One evening, after a long day, I went to my bedroom to change into something more comfortable. Standing in front of the mirror in my silk robe, I couldn't help but feel that I had lost the allure I once had. I sighed at my reflection. Just then, the door creaked open. "Emma?" Ethan's voice startled me. I turned around abruptly, realizing I was only partially dressed. Panic set in as I scrambled to pull my robe tighter. His eyes lingered for a moment longer than they should have before he looked away. His face flushed. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "I didn't mean to walk in on you." "It's fine," I replied, though my voice trembled. An awkward silence enveloped the room, thick with tension. He hesitated before taking a step back, his gaze flickering between the door and me. "I'll go," he muttered, but something in his tone suggested reluctance. "Wait," I said instinctively. He froze, his hand resting on the doorknob. "What is it?" The words tumbled out before I could stop them. "I've been feeling so alone lately. Daniel is always busy, and this house, it feels so empty." Ethan's expression softened. "I understand," he said quietly. "I felt the same way since moving back." Our eyes locked, and in that moment, the air seemed to crackle with an unspoken understanding. I took a step closer, and he didn't move away. "Maybe this is wrong," I murmured, my heart racing. "But it doesn't feel wrong," he replied, his voice steady. Before I could overthink it, I leaned in, and our lips met in a kiss that was both hesitant and electric. Time seemed to stop as we surrendered to the moment. His hands found my waist, pulling me closer, and I felt a warmth I hadn't experienced in years. The sound of the front door slamming broke the spell. We pulled apart abruptly, panic flooding both our faces. "Hide," I whispered urgently, motioning toward the closet. Ethan disappeared just as Daniel entered the room. "How was your day?" Daniel asked, oblivious to the tension lingering in the air. "As usual," I replied with a forced smile, my heart pounding in my chest. When Daniel finally left, Ethan emerged from the closet, his face a mixture of fear and exhilaration. "This isn't over," he said, his voice low but resolute. And he was right. That moment was not the end. It was the beginning of a story we were yet to write.